we've got suits that sit in that main stand that just have got no idea what's going on in the crowds. I mean, you're talking about Irish supporters. How many kids are coming over in these supporters now for Ireland? We'll touch on, obviously, Joe, the great work Joe and the HomeBhoys are doing for next week. Touch on that a wee bit. But I just think we're on the cusp of something, and it needs seismic changes at Celtic to actually improve things. And I don't think the board are capable of making the seismic changes, because I've not seen anything from them that gives me any hope that they will. All right, they reduce £100 for the season ticket, and I think that's good. That just puts a plaster over the amputation. I just think we're on the cusp of. My son's out in the streets playing football. There's a couple of kids wear Celtic shirts. None of them go to any Celtic games because their dads don't take them. So they don't. So next time the English Premiership's on, they're all watching it. They are all watching it. And you've got kids in the street say they support Barcelona. What the fuck's that all about? You know, and I know folk like say I like Everton. I do like them, but Celtic's my team. You know, like fuck Everton if Celtic's playing them. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I want my kids to be so excited coming to see Celtic, but they aren't. And it's just I don't know. It's really, really worrying.
But as I mean, of course, it's a different world, man, to when we were young, because you didn't have any other, you didn't have all that football on the television. You didn't have even FIFA on the computer or the PlayStation. You didn't have all these different distractions. You played football in the park, and you just wanted to go see Celtic. And I think most of us, our generation, were the same. That's all you knew. But the kids these days have so many different other things. Like, it's got to be something special to get them along at Celtic Park, and you've got to create something special when they're there to get them hooked. And to be honest, recently, there's not a lot to do that. I mean, you have to look back at nights like Barcelona or that. You take your kid along at that. They're obviously going, my God, this is amazing. I mean, the atmosphere and that. But apart from the Green Brigade's probably the one thing that the kids are interested in when they go to Celtic Park. Do you know what I mean?
And I'll tell you as well, Harper, as you just touched on there, kids these days, as parents, you want your kids to do as much as possible, get involved in as much as possible, play football or do martial arts, whatever, join certain clubs and that. And now it's at the point where it's like, well, what time's the kick-off this week? Well, your league has got a clue. And you've got to you can't just keep chopping and changing it all the time and expect. I mean, the decision they made to change that 1 o'clock kick-off was a total and absolute disaster, which they knew well before the game was actually kicked off was going to be a disaster, but they never had the balls to turn around and change it, and now they've stuck to it again for Sunday. So Slater was slap bang. So you've got Hertz Hibs is on the telly on Sunday, and then you've got your obviously at the same time as we're playing, and then you've got all your English Premiership stuff. And how many guys are just got to sit there and go, oh, it's raining outside, stuff it. I'll just sit in the house. And
not just that, Paul. Like a lot of kids' football is on a Saturday morning.
You know what I mean? Sunday mornings.
Saturdays and Sunday mornings, and their dads have gone along to watch their kids playing in that as well. Do you know what I mean? It's all wrong. We get nothing with the television anyway. There's nothing in it for us.
And see the thing as well. Say you've been out on the Friday night. Right, you've been out and say you don't live in Glasgow. So say you've been out on the Friday night. Kick-off's at 1 o'clock. You need to leave the house at 9:30, 10 o'clock to get to Celtic Park. You've been out on the Friday night with your wife. You've had a bottle of wine or whatever. You wake up in the morning and you go, fuck, I can't be bothered with that. As you say, Paul, you look out and it's raining. And you're like, what's the point?
I know.
You know, and it's just, and this is, it's only going to get worse.
Well, see the folk that travel to the games even by bus, right? Part of it for us, the bus left Alloa at 1 o'clock. Everybody met in the pub at 12. You had a few pints in the pub at 12, a couple of pints, and that's when the crack starts. And that's when all the banter starts, the piss taking and all that. You're on the bus and you maybe got your bottle of cider with the label ripped off and that, blah, blah. And it's a whole day out and then you get to the game at 3 o'clock. You move to an early kick-off, it takes all that away. Because it's as you say, Jason, you're getting up in the morning with a hangover, you're not getting to the pub for a couple of pints before you go, different things are happening. The early kick-offs has definitely got a big, huge part of it at the minute for me. Even for us just got the pub to watch it here.
That's killed over the years. It's killed the supporters bus. So deep, basically. And to me, my mind, and I'm sure you're all the same, most of my kind of solidarity with supporters comes online, comes with you, talking to you guys every Monday and things like that. Whereas in the past with the buses, you walked up to grounds like Tynecastle, Ibrox and that, you felt like you were part of an army. And you would do anything for the guys beside you. And they were all guys that were similar ilk. They all had a few babies, they were all singing the songs. And that's what it was all about. And I tell you, whatever anybody says, yes, of course, so you hated it when Celtic get beat. Christ, my old man would never buy a newspaper if Celtic got beat. And nothing would go on sports scene, Scotland sport, nothing. But I tell you, you still loved that club and you still sang your heart out at these games. And that day, I saw a photo actually this week, Port Glasgow, Emerald, I think it was, for 1989, and they were all standing in the Celtic end. And you know what struck me about it, apart from the fact that they were all like, with their colours on, their scarves, we all looked happy. You know? And I didn't see a lot of happiness around it. And it gets to the point where, I was, as I say, away, and I was the only Celtic supporter there, and it was actually bizarre to me to hear all these Jambos and Hibbies, and they had such a respect for Celtic. They were putting them in the same bracket as the Man United. They watched that Liverpool game and they said, aye, that's what Celtic do, they never give up and all that kind of thing. And I said, aye, that's what it's meant to be about. You know what I mean? But also, you know, we're a kind of we're basically own our own in this country. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's what it should be about. But there's this division that's waiting here between the board and the supporters and certain other supporters, and there's all these kind of divisions. And it hurts me deeply. And it's sort of like this show, if you like, when I come on this show, it's like a therapy to me to remind me, here's the other guys who feel exactly the same way as I do. Win, lose or draw, we'll sit and we'll talk about the games and that kind. But even then, I get little opportunity to do that other than on these shows. Because the games, 8 o'clock kick-off, so I need to leave college on Thursday, straight to the game, straight home. Sunday, straight to the game, straight home. I mean, it's just like, fucking hell, man, you know, give us a break here, you know? I just didn't understand it.
See on Thursday as well, Paul, I'll finish work in the town about 5 and I'll go and meet a couple of the boys and we'll go along, get a few pints, and then I'll go up to the game. I'll then walk round, because the top tier shop where I normally sit, I'll walk round to the Rangers or Lisbon Lions stand and I'll go in and I'll sit in that game myself. Do you know what I mean? I'll be sitting there with nobody to talk to.
Aye.
You know, I sit myself and you say to yourself, what's the fucking point of this? I should just stay in the pub with the boys and watch it there.
I know, and also when you go back to the days of the terracing and before they start sounding like Still Game or something, even though it was terrace, you stood in the same place and the same guys were around you.
Aye.
And there's guys I talked to for years. I could never tell you their names. I could recognise their faces.
Yeah.
And every week you talk to them, how you doing, buddy? All right, I nod at the heat and that kind of thing. And they all were that same type of supporters. They screamed and shouted and ranted and raved and they celebrated together. And you had that passion, you know what I mean? And you saw them at away game. It was like meeting a long lost brother or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just didn't really experience that now at all. It's sad to say.
Sorry.
See, another thing, right? This is getting maybe deeper in here. But I actually enjoyed the European games up at Murrayfield and stuff like that because of the weather. Going to the games with the shorts on and walking in with your kids and you've got shorts on and stuff like that. And everybody seems to be genuinely happier. So these big, massive stadiums that have been built, do they not realise in the top tier of that North Stand in the winter, it is absolutely Baltic beyond belief. And the place is empty now. And these stadiums, they're not very enjoyable to sit in when that rain's coming in horizontal. It's absolutely freezing. And you say to yourself, what's the point of me even going there? Because I'll tell you right now, see if we have a rough winter, there'll be a month or whatever, I won't even take my kids to the game.
It's funny, it's a good point, James, because I've saw that in the Jokestein stand last season where families with kids and stuff like that get absolutely saturated. The ground's half empty and they're sitting there and I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, Christ, this kid's, how can I keep them out in this corner? And that fucking director's box and seats behind it are half empty. And not one of the bastards can ever turn around and say, you know what, can we not just bring a few of them up here today? And that's what I'm talking about, it's just like it's no really... You
mind in the old days with the cellar, Ken, mind the wee tiny roof before they get the big roof. But mind if it was pissing down, the full crowd was just up the back of the Celtic end, and the junkie were alright, but that wee tiny roof, they were all, and it was like a bit of camaraderie, but see nowadays it's just it's getting worse year on year on year.
Yeah,
and it's just
see the thing. If you did move to summer football, you have 6 to 8 weeks of the season where you're competing against nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
You're competing against no English football. Celtic would be the only show in town. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's fundamental that's got to. I mean, I've not even heard anybody in any power in Scotland talking about it.
No.
It doesn't even see an agenda meeting.
No. And I mean, the league were playing in 18 months without a sponsor. Never mentioned. Guys pointed out to me at the weekend. He says, "Do you remember the days when it was match of the day or sports night? Did I actually occasionally have Scottish football on? Could you imagine match of the day now putting a Scottish Premier League game on? They wouldn't even fucking get the time of day.
No.
They wouldn't even know who was playing or anything. They wouldn't even talk about it.
If you even suggested it, they'd be laughing.
They didn't even know when our games were on anyway. So as we say, I think the Inverness game in 2 weeks' time is our first 3 o'clock kick-off at home this season, is it?
Yes.
Right, that's the game. Because that's the game our club's going to. Because it was the only game where we could say, right, that's definitely going to be a 3 o'clock kick-off on a Saturday. We could book flights well in advance. Let's go to that game, and that's the first of November. How sad is that in a season?
And I tell you the thing about that, Harper. I remember back in August, there was we're talking about getting like I think 22 random laddies to had flags up for the teams coming out, and just having a great day and whatever. And that was the first time they could do it, November 1st against Inverness, because of the 3 o'clock kick-off for that. And it's like, oh, Barry, so now you've got these laddies who've got to stand there freezing cold, no doubt, in November, holding a flag up. And it's just, there's no kind of foresight as well. I mean, I always think football clubs are so naive in this kind of thing. They have things that they could do that money could never buy, you know? I've never in my entire life walked on that pitch at Celtic Park in a strip or anything like that. You've done it, Harper, right? I've been on it once with a Paradise Windfall thing, and it was unbelievable, magical. And see, people get the opportunity to do that once a year or whatever. They could be doing that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, they could be sitting guys in the director's box. That's what it means to them, sit in the director's box. But instead, no. How do you get in the director's box? How do you get in the seat? Or if you've got money, or you're part of some corporate structure that's got boxes there and all that kind of thing. So how's that? I mean, it's incredible that that's the mindset, that the more money you have, the better we'll treat you.
We've got a call. Come in. Who's there?
It's Joe.
Oh. Joe, what's a crack? Thank God. It was somebody else. But we don't know who it was.
Come on here and set us up.
I actually thought it was a Kane ring there about the money you were dealing with Celtic.
It started off so positive and all the way.
But it's peaks and valleys, man. It's peaks and valleys. You just never know where it's going to go.
You know, getting over just about everything we always talk about, especially the 1 o'clock kick-off and all that. Absolutely. Just destroyed us. We did a group for the Saturday. You could change the Saturday and Sunday. A group to Belfast it was. Got a group for the Sunday and they could change to 1 o'clock. And because the wee group was playing football, the wee football team was playing, so they couldn't make it. So they ended up scrambling for tickets trying to get the 80 tickets used up. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Oh, I seen that on Twitter.
You just won't care.
And that's it, Joe. That's it in a nutshell. Are they incompetent, or have they got a bigger plan, or do they just not care? What is it?
Joe, do you get any feedback for Celtic regarding that?
I emailed Celtic last Tuesday about this Dublin trip and the kids coming over to Dublin, and I've still not had an email back.
That's scandalous. Like, somebody should be losing their job early. I mean,
that's how we get treated with Celtic.
That's disgusting. Like.
You know, so see while you're on, Joe, and you're talking about the Dublin trip, tell all the listeners.
The amount of work in this Dublin trip, a hell of a lot of work, man. A lot of people done a lot, and they were just waiting for Celtic to step up a wee bit and do something for the kids. Do you know what I mean? They don't even get an email back.
That's. Why is there any excuse for that? I mean, emails don't get lost. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, Jason was asking me a question. I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's incompetence. I don't know if
it's unreal. I mean, I tell you, I've had an ongoing issue with Celtic now for about 3 months, and it's only this Wednesday that somebody's actually got to speak to me about it, and that's been ongoing since July. And that's 3 months of unanswered emails and letters and all this kind of shit. And it just frustrates the life out of you.
When do they not have...
It does, but see when you were doing that part,